Hello dear viewer, and welcome back to my little Factorio channel. Today we need to talk about a logistical nightmare currently plaguing the Space Age mid-game. You've just designed a beautiful, highly optimized space platform blueprint. You place it down, hit the Order Request Missing Construction Materials button and sit back. And then you watch in horror as the game launches an entire stack of 50 decider combinators into space because your blueprint needed exactly one. By default, the automatic materials request system forces rockets to launch with only one item type per launch, and that rocket has to be completely full. Unless you are in the ultra late game with infinite resources and couldn't care less about rocket parts and time, this is an incredibly painful waste of materials. But don't worry, today I'm going to show you a simple, clever way to bypass this limitation. Mix items in rockets and build your platforms with ease and a perfectly healthy quantity of launches. Let's dive in. To get started, we aren't going to let the space platform dictate the requests. We are going to handle the logistics on the ground semi-manually. First, take your desired space platform blueprint and clear a small area near your rocket silo. Build a requester chest exactly one tile away from the silo. Leave that space open for now, don't put an inserter between them just yet. Now, a massive quality of life feature you might not know exists. Take your space platform blueprint and put it in your engineer's inventory. Open up the user interface for the requester chest you just placed and click on the blueprint. Pick it up so that it's riding on your mouse cursor. Click Add Section in the chest's logistics menu. Boom! Just like that, the game automatically reads the blueprint from your cursor and adds every single required item into the chest's requests. No manual counting, no spreadsheets or cumbersome manual setting up requests. If your engineer is not on the same planet as the rocket silo, set up the chest as explained and then copy-paste it to your desired planet's surface. Now, before we let the logistic bots go wild, we need to make a small change. Scroll through the newly created requests and delete the Space Platform Starter Pack and the Space Platform Foundations from this chest. Why? Because we are going to build the initial bare bones platform the normal way to establish our foothold in orbit. We only want this chest holding the machinery, pipes, assemblers, turrets and so on. Next, make sure to check the Trash Unrequested checkbox on the requester chest. Logistic bots can sometimes be a little too enthusiastic and over-deliver items. Turning on Trash Unrequested ensures that if a bot drops off 22 items when you only asked for 20, the excess is immediately cleaned up. We want these numbers to be perfectly exact. While your logistic bots are filling up that requester chest, let's launch our initial starter platform into orbit. Once it's up there, open up the platform's inventory menu. Add a manual request on the platform for exactly one space platform foundation. We want the platform to expand to its full shape while we wait. Because of how orbital requests work, the game by default only launches full stacks. This will trigger a continuous, steady stream of foundation launches, expanding your spaceship's footprint automatically. If you are building this platform in the orbit of Vulcanus, which is the recommended planet for this task, you need to add one more thing to the platform requests: repair packs. Until your defense turrets are fully powered and/or operational, stray asteroids will occasionally hit and damage your foundations. Having a small supply of repair packs delivered automatically keeps the platform healthy while the main construction is underway. Back on the surface, our requester chest is fully loaded with the exact items required for the rest of the blueprint. Before doing anything else, uncheck Trash Unrequested on the requester chest. Only then disable the logistic requests entirely. This locks the current inventory in place, so bots don't try to refill it while we empty it. Open up your rocket silo interface. Turn off the setting that says Automatic Requests from Space Platforms. We are taking manual control of the item insertion. Now, build an inserter in that one tile gap between your requester chest and the rocket silo. Because the silo isn't trying to fulfill an automated orbital request, the inserter will happily load a massive variety of different items into a single rocket. Once the rocket is packed to the brim with your mixed cargo, hit the launch button manually. Repeat this process until your requester chest is completely empty. You will find you can launch an entire mid-game platform's worth of infrastructure in just a couple of highly efficient launches, rather than dozens of single item type ones. Once the final rocket arrives in orbit, go back into your ship's menu, remove that temporary manual request for platform foundations and perform whatever steps are necessary to initially boot up your ship. Whether that's turning on the reactors or feeding the ammo belts. And there you have it, a flawless, resource-conscious, headache-free way to conquer orbital construction logistics in Space Age. If this trick will save you some precious rocket fuel, LDS, and most importantly time, hit that like button and subscribe for more Factorio efficiency guides. I would also love to know how you build your platforms. Thanks for watching, bye!